Alright. Tart. Alyssa, Eliza. Tart. You did it. Tart. Tart. Janet. Tart. Well, what's happening? You're finally with us. Liz, what was I? We just finished our morning prayers at church and walked outside. All of a sudden you froze up and weren't responding. Janet, were you talking to the angel again? Catherine. No, I wasn't. It's just, I felt very disoriented. Oh, you're right. If you aren't feeling well then. No, I'm completely fine. Sorry to worry you, Liz. It's just... I could have sworn I was in the middle of a battlefield. The battle's over, Tart. Oh, Monster Angel. You've completed your mission and you returned home. Yes, to the village of Doremi, as it was before. From the beginning, you always wanted peace and never war. As such, I turned back the clock for you. Here you aren't Lapusil. You're simply Janet, the village girl. Alyssa and Liza have gone back to their ordinary lives as well. You've all returned to places you wanted to be. Alyssa, Eliza. Those names sound so familiar and yet I can remember them. Perhaps your own memories have reverted back by a few years as well. In that case, I think you should forget what I just told you and spend the rest of your days in peace. What? Are you sure? Of course I am. You worked so hard for us all. Consider this your reward. Thank you very much, Monster Angel. Janet. Oh, sorry about that, Catherine. Are you sure you're fine? You look like you're in daze again. No, I was just... She really was talking to an angel this time. Oh, you're here too, Monster Angel. Well, it's amazing how you can see the angels, Janet. Alright, Liz, please keep an eye on Catherine. Don't worry about me, I've taken care of the sheep before. Yes, but I don't remember you being very good at it. We'll be fine, I'll watch your back. Sorry about this. We asked you to guard the village, not to watch the sheep. But our brothers have to help with the church today. If only I were available. Yeah, Mom went on another pilgrimage. So that leaves you in charge of the sewing and needlework. Yes, and I need a prayer gift for expecting your of this. It's really no trouble at all. In any case, we should get going. Yeah. Thank you. See you later, you two. I delivered the package to my brothers, so all that love is. Janet, we got trouble. Well, the sheep just came back. What, only one? Don't tell me, did something happen to Catherine? Could she be here? No, she and Liz should be further down this road. There she is, Catherine. Janet. I heard that the sheep escaped, are you right? Yeah, I'm fine, but... There are sheep everywhere. Yeah, they are running all over the place. I'm sorry. How did this happen? While we were moving a sheep pen, one of the sheep pushed it against one end. And the old fence came crashing down with a huge bang. They all got really scared and ran away. I see. Sheep are such timid creatures. Say, where's Liz? She ran after some sheep that ran into the woods. She said it was too dangerous for me to follow her. She went out there alone then. This tends to be very easy on Catherine. It really does. Hey, Janet, Catherine. Thank heavens you're alright. Thanks to all the villagers, we round up most of the sheep. We also got the one returned to the village. But where are the others? 3 of them ran into the woods. Alyssa's chasing them, but let's go after her. Yeah, let's. Sorry, could you two take care of that for us? No sign of the sheep. Yes, I wonder how far they ran. There's 2 of them. They are hiding among the trees. Alright, I don't scare them, so I just... Huh? Catherine, Tart. Liz in the first sheep too. Oh my, they all gone out of control. Look out, they're coming your way. Oh. Catherine. What's that? Yes, it was Liz's magic. She manipulated the shadows to core the sheep. Are you hurt? Oh no, I'm fine. Thanks, Liz. So the 2 we found must have been the ones that Liz had already rounded up. Yeah, I went in here alone because I didn't want things to get headache. I'm sorry, I meant to help, but I only got in the way. I know you told me to wait, but I didn't listen. But thank you so much for saving our lives. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're safe. But now that the sheep have calmed down, we should head home. Yeah. Liz, even after all that, she's still so easy on Catherine. I don't think it was her fault in this case. Catherine only did as she was told. If I had assigned the blame, would it be you for insisting you go into the woods? Yes, you're right. Today was rough. And there's still more to do. We need to start preparing for Sunday. Oh yeah, you're right. This Sunday will be a special occasion. That tree near the fountain, if I remember correctly, is known as the fairy tree. Yes, we and all the children in the village will have lunch together under that tree. I can't wait. Same here. I'm gonna help you guys too, Janet. Thank you both. Is everyone here? Yep. Alright, let's go. So this is the fairy tree. There's still time before lunch. You're free to do whatever you want. Yay. We should pick some flowers. Then we can make flowers crown and put them on the branches. Sounds great. Let's go together. I think I'll gather some leaves instead of flowers. What for? A statue of Our Lady in the church is looking for lonely. I was thinking of making some decorations for her. You're very devoted to your faith, Tart. Alright then. It's time for lunch. Hooray. Thank you, Lord, for your mercy. Well then, let's eat. Yeah. Oh, so much fruit, it looks yummy. I'm thirsty. We got lots of water from the fountains. This water is so unusually clear. I think it's because of fairy magic. Yeah, that's what Grandpa said. He said the fairies used to gather under this tree. Fairies, huh? I have the feeling that right now it's an angel there instead. Today was so much fun. Yeah. I wish days like this could last forever. Jen, is something wrong? I suddenly feel so heartbroken. But why? And it feels like all this had happened before. You don't have to force yourself to remember. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Yes. I understand, Monsieur Angel.
ちょっとおてんばだけど、すごく大事な妹です。
It's been a while since we last went outside the village. Are you finishing preparing your gift? Yes, I am. I made swaddling clothes for that baby. The embroidery is so pretty. I must have spent a long time preparing that, and it shows. Thank you both. Alright then, let's go. Be careful, Janet. I will. Liz will be with me, so we'll be fine. So you'll be helping your relatives deliver the baby? Yes. My uncle and his wife live in the village north of ours. They'll be having their baby any day now. I'll be staying there until the baby is born. Thought there was a fortress up there. Yes, Volcolors. It's not exactly where we're going though. The lord that keep is said to be staunch supporter. With the Dolphin, His Royal Highness Prince Charles the French. I feel like we had this conversation before. And told us about the royal family and Dolphin Charles. Why can't I get it out of my head? Uncle, it's good to see you again after all this time. There you are, Janet, and you must be Liz, right? Yes, I'm a former mercenary. These days I serve as a town watch of sorts for Dorami. She's incredibly strong. Yeah, I've heard a lot about you. Apparently you've been teaching Catherine a bit of swordplay too. I thought she was much too young for it, but I just couldn't bring myself to say no. It's hard to say no to a girl's request, eh? Oh, we forget, it's early, but here's a present for you and the baby. Hey, what's this? Hey, swollen clothes, my wife will be thrilled. Thank you, you're a great embroiderer, Janet. No, I'm not really, I'm just a novice. I guess there's no point in avoiding it, I'm afraid you two. I have to stay elsewhere tonight. I'm really sorry about this. What? Really? What happened? You see, yesterday I was convinced my wife was in a labor. That puts me in panic up until recently. As it turned out, I was only crying real, but all that commotion, and I couldn't get your bed ready in time. Our neighbors agreed to let you stay with them, though. Were you guys meant spending the night here? Of course. If that's the case, very well. Great, it's the house right across from the church. There's a blind old woman who lives there with her son and his wife. I've been to their places before. Her granddaughter, her daughter child was visiting. It was called Janet, just like me. I remember it clearly. Oh yeah, about that. It's a sad story. That girl died the day before yesterday. What? There's been a plug in their village. I didn't know that. She was just my age too. No one's broken it to her grandmother's yet. She's very old and has been doing so well lately. She was very attached to her little girl, you know? We would have to make sure she doesn't find out. And that's the best thing we can do. In any case, please come inside. We can have dinner before you go. Thank you for dinner. We'll see you tomorrow then. Here's where we'll be staying tonight. This must be the house where that woman lives. That's right, Monsieur Angel. Good evening, everyone. Oh, Janet, welcome. We've been expecting you. Come on in. We're very grateful for your hospitality. Well, that voice, is that you, Janet? Well, hello, ma'am. It's been a while. You didn't have to greet me outside. It's fine. You can do at least this much. I feel like someone else is here too. Yes, meet Liz. Good evening, madame. Are you a friend of Janet's? Yes, I am. It's a long story, but Tart. Janet's family has taken me in for the time being. Oh my. I didn't even realize. My daughter and her husband haven't been around in quite some time, so Janet, please remind your mother to come visit me more often. Yes, certainly. Oh. Something doesn't feel right. Oh. It seems we've been talking past each other. I think I know what's going on. She must think you're her granddaughter. What? It seems we've been talking past each other. I think I know what's going on. She must think you're her granddaughter. What? That can't be. Well, we do share the same name, but surely your voices are different. Oh. I did mention when I last saw her granddaughter, people thought we sound exactly alike. That's probably why this is happening. Then it really does seem that this woman believes you're her little bit granddaughter. You both must have been extremely alike for her to make such a mistake. Oh, Janet, may I have a word? You like me to keep pretending to be her granddaughter? Yes, you see, her real granddaughter is. Right, we've been told she passed away, and they haven't confessed the truth yet. Yes, I'm sure you must have been told this already, but we've been keeping it hidden for a reason. Our mother-in-law condition has been staring more and more with it each passing day. To tell the truth, I don't think she's much longer for this world. Oh no. If I could, I would have helped her reunite with her granddaughter, but... Yes, it's simply not possible anymore. I did know my sister-in-law would be able to bring Janet to see her grandmother one last time, but Janet's gone. I have to ensure the truth remains hidden. My mother-in-law is so happy to hear her granddaughter's voice again. I want to keep it that way. But what's our story? We were just running some errands and decided to drop by? Yes, that should work. Please do this for us. I'm begging you. I don't know if we should. The Lord warned us that bearing false witness is a great sin. And yet revealing the truth will be against this timeless wishes. Some people say you cannot die peacefully without knowing the truth, but let's go back to what Kibi said before. Don't let ignorance is bliss. In any case, I don't think you're capable of telling even the smallest lies. That is true. Very well, I can take care of it. If things get too awkward, you don't have to say anything. It's not as though they've forbidden you from keeping it quiet, right? Come, you had a long day. Let's go inside. But before you go to bed, it would be lovely if you could share some stories from home. The next morning. You get a good rest. Yes, thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for taking us in. Come back soon, Janet. And bring your friends with you. Thank you, Janet. I think she was fully convinced that you were her granddaughter. No, don't thank me, thank Liz. I managed to pull it off without lying. All of our story were true. Well, I know she was very pleased. We were sincerely grateful. Near Dormery Village. We're getting close to the village. I think we'll be there before dark. This was quite a trip. Yes, at some point I wasn't sure what would happen next. I didn't, however, help my uncle and his wife bring their first child into the world and start a new family. I'm so happy for them. Janet, Liz, welcome home. We are back. The birth went smoothly. Oh, that's great. Liz, now that you're back, please keep teaching me how to use a sword. I think I got a bit better now. I think you lose her to a 1-in-1 fight, Tart. Yes, probably. Oh, by the way, Mom's back from her pilgrimage, too. On her way to Rome, what family she stayed with taught her how to make a lot of pasta dishes. She said she makes some for us once you came home. Well, how exciting. If there's something specific you want, go ask Mom. Wonder if there's a pasta recipe that uses fish. Yes, there are. I'm not sure if your mother would have been taught any of them, but however. Oh yeah, I remember. That's right, I was born in Italy. So what's your favorite thing to eat? I like eating pasta with honey. Wow. So that's the proper way to eat it, Liz? No, it's an extremely uncommon method of preparation. From what I can tell, the amount of honey that Liz doses on her pasta is very much an elder. Really. Now that I think about it, you're always carrying honey with you, right? Yes, I'd be in a fair bit of trouble about it. You always look so pleased when you eat something sweet. I didn't realize you enjoyed it that much. Come on, let's go home already. Alright.
蜂蜜そんなにかけちゃうんですか？
Ah! Was all that really a dream? I know it was. Because in truth, Yes, that was a dream. It's the last dream I'll ever have. I never had it once before. My battle coming to a close. And God himself gave me permission to leave the battlefield. In this dream, I went to the fairy tree where I played once more. I visited my uncle and his wife, whose child had helped deliver. All those things really did happen, but what I saw there was an illusion, a mixture of lies and truth. Catherine said, my days with bliss will never return. Even though the battle is over, I can never go back. I've known that. Ever since the moment I cut off my braid. Before Catherine grieved and became a magic girl unknown. Was this dream shown to me too by God? Or was it? I want to say everything in the world. Missy, Betterment, thank you. Bucklers know from France. So does Buccaneers. Yes. When Tart became a magic girl, she and Liz left her hometown. This was their first destination. It's late. We're done traveling tonight. Huh? Eliza and Melissa. You know us. Of course we do. The squadron and I. Fought alongside you and Lapiso. To see friends. My apologies. I haven't recognized we were comrades. Our encampment is just ahead if you'd like to stay with us. Our campaign against England continues. Over tonight we'll be taking rest. Eliza. Yes, we gratefully accept your offer. We've been on a journey to places where Tart's, their Lapiso's presence still lingers. One of the very first people who treated Lapiso as not just a mere girl, but a holy lady was Lord Record, the captain of the Buccaneers. After meeting her, he arranged for her to be escorted to the palace of Chenin. There she held an audience with His Majesty, Charles, who was then the Dolphin. The palace of Chenin. That was where she and I first met. One of the squares who escorted her there, Johnny. is from my hometown. He used to tell me stories about La Piso, like how she saved his life, even though he was the one who was supposed to protect her. What other stories do you remember? Well, Tart always wanted peace and never war. Yeah, all she really wanted was to go back to being an ordinary village girl. She said she was more comfortable with a needle and thread than a sword. That reminds me of a story I heard. Apparently it came from Sir Batard John, another one of Lapiso's former comrades in arms. It was about a dream Lapiso had one day about the time when her sister was still alive. She dreamt of days when they went out to church and chased sheep around. I'm sure it's true. Every day the people of France longed to return to those times. That's why Tart kept fighting. She knew she could never go back to those days. But even so, she kept fighting, not for her sake, but for everyone's sake. Yes. I'm glad we met. Thank you for your time and for sharing your stories. It was a pleasure to meet you as well. The war against England still rages, but as their heirs of Lapiso resolve, we shall march on. We ended up having a very fruitful discussion of bucklers. Yes, and I felt it again. The resolve of Tart of Lapiso to bring light to France. Shall endures in her hearts of her comrades. While the court has its ways on His Majesty's decisions, I think you'll be pleased to know that Lord Richmond and Duke of Alicon have also decided to follow in Tart's footsteps. Apparently, other members of the court are starting to take their side, but we still haven't heard anything about Gilles de Rais. Nor my father. He must still be in the clutches of the English. I hope he comes back safely. Yeah, we can hope the negotiation for the prisoner exchange will work out. Even so, we know full well that La Hire will never let himself go down that easily. Yes, you're right. Look now, there's another village up ahead. I heard some of Tart's relatives used to live there. Would it be alright if we stopped by for a moment? I'm sorry you came all this way. Unfortunately, it'll be sometime before Janet's uncle returns. I see. As a matter of fact, however, I actually met Janet in person as well. Oh, when was that? Back when she was just a village girl, long before she was called Lapiso. She once stayed at our home with her friend. The girl name was Liz, I think. So your mother-in-law wasn't blind, and it seemed that Tart was her granddaughter. If I understand all correctly. Indeed. We forced her to continue. The ruse of being my mother's-in-law granddaughter. Did she pull it off? Yes, with her friend's help. I thought we had her utterly convinced, but in truth, I think she must have noticed it halfway through. It was inevitable if you think about it. No matter how alike they seem, there are still different people. Now that I remember it all, I'm sorry I asked Janet to do that. What happened next? My mother-in-law suspected that something terrible had happened to her real granddaughter, but she sensed that Janet Burns' kindness and it saved her. She told us that just before she passed away. In the end, instead of dying without knowing the truth about her granddaughter, or being told about her death outright, that approach was the most comfortable way for her to pass on. She says that sometimes an illusion can save us, even though it isn't real. I suppose that may be true. Ordinary people like me have lived long lives and will grow older still. And yet someone as kind as her had to die so young. Ours is a cruel and unjust world. The horse gate is growing heavy. We'll take a rest for now. Yes. Sometimes an illusion can save us, even though it isn't real. Do you think Tart Final Dream was a happy one? I pray that was the case. If it wasn't real, true salvation, I hope it brought her joy. Yes. I am glad we traveled this far. I'm glad I got to see with my own eyes the path that Tart had taken. And I could hear the recollection of people whose lives crossed her first. It's not over yet. Still one more place to go. Yes, our final destination. The village of Dormy, where Tart was born and raised, is very close. Yeah. It's where Tart and Liz first met too. You're right. I'm gonna take a good look with my own eyes. As will I. And then return to the front lines with our vigor still once more. Tart fought and died for the sake of bringing light back to the skies. I will not let them go dark again. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's it.